In this video, we'll use Camtasia 9 to edit a vlog and also add some music. This is editing clips taken using a camera or a phone, and it's a mixture of me talking and some other video as well. So the first thing we need to do is import the media. So we just check that we've selected media up here, and we click on import media and just get the right folder here, and these are my clips. I'm not going to import everything this time because I'm just showing you, so I'm just going to import a few clips, maybe up to here, and then I want another one with me speaking, so I can use this one, and then a couple more videos there maybe. Okay, let's import that. And these were taken in order, so I'm really just going to work through them and check if I want them or not, then just edit them to the right size, put them together and add some music. So let's start with the first one here. I've just dragged it down to this track 1. I'm going to go back to the beginning and play. So I'm in one of my favorite places. This is the south part of Phuket in Thailand, and I want to show you around, mostly Rawai and Nai Han, and then some places in between. So let's have a look around. So that's fine. I'm just going to edit out the beginning and the end there. So I'll go back to the beginning using this one here, and the voice, you can see here, it starts here. So I want to go back maybe about here. You can just slightly see here, this is where I breathed in, and I want it just before that. It's normally maybe half a second here, and this timing here is in frames. So if we look here, this is 28 frames. It's 30 frames a second. So if I go back 15 frames, that's half a second. And that's about right. I've got something there that I don't really want, just a blip there. So I think here is good. I'm going to use this one to cut it, and I'm going to delete that. Let's just check. I'll go back to the beginning. So I'm in one of my favorite places. And that's fine. Let's go to the end of that clip and just cut off the end. Let's have a look around. I think that's it. I like to leave a, so I think this was the end. Got quite a bit of background noise there, but nothing I can do. It's near a restaurant and people walking around. I think it was quite windy as well. So maybe another half second to a second at the end. Let's say that's on 20, then maybe there, 010 is good. Cut off there. And that's it. So I want to import the first clip. Let's have a look at this first one. If you want to preview them, you can just double click and you see them. I think that's okay. It's not great. I've got some better clips in there, but just to show you what to do, it's okay. It's a little bit juddery because I'm actually using Camtasia to record Camtasia, and it's just overloading my computer a bit. But once you export this, it'll be smooth and there's no problem. So I'm going to use that one, and maybe I want to cut off a bit of it. Maybe we start there, I think is good. So I'm just going to cut that off. I can grab this and pull it to the right. That's another way of doing it. Or I could have just chopped it off. And let's just carry on. I can go back to this place using this. So I think we'll just stop there. That's all I was trying to show you. So again, I can just use this one and pull it there. So I've done that. I'm going to add some music. So let's come over to here. I don't bother really trying to make the clips in time with the music, but you can do. I'll first of all import the music. So I'll come to the bottom here, then right mouse and import media. I just want to go up there, and then I've got this music here. I'll just show you where I got that from, and it's this website here, So it's called Audio Blocks. I pay for this. I think it's $99 for the year, and you can download unlimited amount of music. I'll put a link to this below, and they also do the same with images and videos. You can also get free music here, freepd.com. But I like to use Audio Blocks because then I haven't got to worry about any problem with the license or copyright, anything like that. But you can use one of those too, and I'll leave links to both of these below. So I'll import that, just double click on it, and I've got it here, and I can drag that down. I think I'll make the music start here just after that first clip, not while I'm speaking. And I like to make a bit of an intro so that it doesn't just suddenly come in. If we listen to that at the moment, look round, it's kind of a bit sudden to come in. So what I'm going to do is go maybe 1 second in. Let's have a look here. That's 1409. Let's go to 1509, somewhere there, and I'm going to double click here, and that just puts a dot there, and it means that I can now pull this one down if I grab that dot, and that will fade in. So that this is the sound wave, it gradually fades in. I could make the whole thing a bit quieter. It's actually at a maximum there. So let's just bring it off that maximum a little bit so it's not too loud. And let's do that. Let's just try it. So let's have a look around. So I like that. The only thing I just noticed that I look down at the end here after I speak. Maybe I can't stop that. Doesn't matter anyway. I think nobody's going to really notice that. So I've done that, and I can now, if I want, remove this other sound. Let's see if it notices. Round. I don't think we really want this background here of the sound of the sea, so I can go to Edit Audio and just put that right down to nothing there. And that's the first clip. So what I said is you can try and make this do it on a beat. So here you've got a beat. So I could just line that up with that beat, and then it will just means it will change the clip over on the beat of the music. Let's add another clip here. So I don't know if that's very interesting, that one. Let's try this one, maybe more interesting. I think that looks good. I don't really want it so much where he's in the distance there. Maybe I'll just wait till he's about there. Let's do that. And I've just pulled that up and then move it down so that we'd try that. And I think that's probably enough, maybe a little bit more there. So I want to stop about there, but if I want to do it on the beat, then I can do it there. So let's just move that out the way, and I can bring this one, I think it was this beat there. I think that's okay. Let's just play that back. I'm going to remove this sound as well, so I'll right mouse, edit audio, and pull that down as well. And let's just try it. Okay, I think a little bit long there. Let's just bring it back to a beat here. Maybe this part here, kind of a beat. And let's try that. That's fine. And all you've got to do now is just keep doing that. I'll do it to one more. So let's pull this one here. Let's find the part where it's interesting. So maybe here we're just focusing on the woman. That's okay. Let's bring that up to there. Let's move it back, and let's see where to stop it. Maybe about there. Just a little bit of life in Thailand, what's going on. So again, I'll remove the sound from that, and let's just go back and play it. Let's play it from the beginning then. So I'm in one of my favorite places. This is the south part of Phuket in Thailand. I think it's good to zoom into my face here. It just makes it a little bit different, and it's just to show you how to do it as well. So here we're on about 6 seconds, and we can just zoom in a little bit. So maybe just that much so the face fills the screen, and let's just put it in the right place. Maybe that's balanced, and I can just drag this back a bit so it takes a bit longer to zoom in, and let's look at that. So I'm in one of my favorite places. This is the south part of Phuket in Thailand, and I want to show you around, mostly Rawai and Nai Han, and then some places in between. So let's have a look around. So I think that looks good. As I said, it does go a bit juddery because I'm using Camtasia to record Camtasia, but that'll look pretty good once I've exported it. Let's make this last clip here just finish on the beat as well. So that's like that. And I'm going to add something where I'm speaking again. So let's go back to media and look for that second one where I'm speaking. And I'm going to drag that one in there. Let's listen to it first, but we're going to have this music a bit loud over the top of it. So I've moved up a couple of kilometers from Rawai, and we have Frontet Cape, also really picturesque, and it's great for the sunset. Lots of people come up here to watch the sunset. Okay, so I'm just going to, I think that sounds fine. There's nothing I've got to remove from it, but let's just do the beginning and the end. The end maybe around here. Let's see, that's 14. That's maybe a little bit more, about that much. And let's go to the beginning of it and find the right place. Maybe about here. Maybe before I turn my head. So there is good. I'm going to use this one this time, just easier to get in there. And I can just click on that and delete. Just another way of doing it. You can either drag this or you can put it in the right place, click here and delete it. And another way is to use these. Just alternatives. So the problem here now though is that the music is too loud. We can either cut the music off completely or we can just have it in the background. And I think it would be good in the background. So if we go back to about a second before this ends, let's say that's 26:29. Let's go back to 25:29, and I'm going to just double click here to put a spot, and then I'm going to double click here as well to make it so if I move this down then it quietens the sound. And I'm not sure exactly what volume I want it. That's 50%, that's 30%, maybe around 20, but let's just have a listen. So I've moved up a couple of kilometers from Rawai. I think it's okay, maybe a little bit quieter than that. So that's 29%, maybe around 20, 15. I think that's going to be okay. Let's listen again. So I've moved up a couple of kilometers from Rawai, and we have Frontet Cape, also really picturesque, and it's great for a sunset. Lots of people come up here to watch the sunset. Okay, I think I repeated myself there, so I'm going to remove that. It's great for a sunset. Lots of people come up. Lots of people come up. Well, a bit difficult to cut it there, but I could cut it there if I want. Let's try it. Let's say I cut it there and then go to a new image. Let's just see if it sounds like I've cut myself off too quick. Great for a sunset. It's okay, but I was talking about sunset, so it would have been better with a sunset there, but it's okay. So you can just chop it off there and go straight to the picture, and it was just so I didn't repeat myself at the end about a sunset. But I need to make this sound come up again. I want to just check what level it was beforehand. So I'm going down to 15, and then here this level is 92%. So I want to go back up to 92%. Let's go to the end of that. I want to double click there to put a spot. I want to go forward about 1 second, so that was 3709. Go to 3809, double click again, and bring it up to 92%. Okay, 90%. That's okay. You're not going to hear the difference between 2% there. And let's just play over that so you can see that the sound goes down and then it comes back up again after I've spoken. So I've moved up a couple of kilometers from Rawai and we have Prontek Cape, also really picturesque, and it's great for a sunset. So that's it, and you just keep going ahead like that. You just pull in some different clips, and when you speak you bring the sound down, and when you stop speaking you bring the sound up again. And you can, if you want to make it in time with the music, just make sure that these end in the right place when the beat happens here. So one other thing you might want to do here is just to put some annotations saying where the places are, and let's have a look at doing that. So let's go back to the beginning here, and this is Rawai and Naihan, so I might want to put an annotation that says that. We've got different shapes like this one here, which is an arrow. I'm going to Control Z to remove that, and you've got some ones here like this. I think I'm just going to use a normal one here, but maybe change the color of it. Let's try that. Could even put it up here, I think. Let's try that. So I'm going to double click Rawai and Naihan, and I'll leave it like that. You can change the size of the text here, but I don't really want to do that. Let's just bring that box a bit smaller again, make it roughly what it was. I think that's okay, like that. You can also make it a line on the left, on the right, on the top and the bottom, but we're okay with that. Let's change the background color, maybe mauve, and let's have white text. I think that looks okay, and let's just have a little white border. I think would look quite nice. Let's see what that looks like. I think it looks okay. So let's say we want that, and it's not very fancy. Maybe one of these would have been better, but I think that's okay. And I'm going to make it come in with a different animation. So here we go to behaviors, and we can make it come in a different way. Now, I don't use these very often, so I'm not really that familiar with them, but I'm just going to drag this one. I dragged it from there down to the actual annotation, and let's just play it, see what it looks like. So I'm in one of my favorite places. This is the south part of Phuket in Thailand. I don't really think that looked that good. It didn't go with it. I think maybe just a fade in would look better. I'm going to Control Z or Control Z to go back, and that just removes that. I've got a drop shadow on there, but I think that's okay. I'm just going to fade in and out. I think it's better. So I'm in one of my favorite places. This is the south part of Phuket in Thailand, and I want to show you. So I think that looks okay. I maybe would have chosen a different color and make it a bit smaller, but I'm just trying to show you how to do it. So you just add an annotation, and then if you want you can make it fade in or pop up or things like that. It depends what kind of video you're doing. So let's just go ahead and watch the whole video again. So I'm in one of my favorite places. This is the south part of Phuket in Thailand, and I want to show you around, mostly Rawai and Naihan, and then some places in between. So let's have a look around. So I've moved up a couple of kilometers from Rawai, and we have Prontek Cape, Also really picturesque, and it's great for a sunset. So I think that looks good. I probably would have put the music right at the beginning rather than start it after this. Maybe I would have just had it in the background. I think that keeps a bit of continuity, but that looks good anyway. So once we've finished, we need to save it and then put it in YouTube. We can go to File and Save As, and then give it a name. I'm actually not going to save it at the moment. I'm just going to cancel that. And then we can go and share it. And you've got these things. You can do it directly to YouTube. All you do is you have to first of all connect, and it'll give you a screen to connect. And then once you do it, you just fill in the title, the description, and here the tags. I don't do that because I want to review it before I actually upload it. So I just do share and local file, and I choose the size here, which I use MP4 up to 720. Click the next button and then just choose the folder here, and then give it a name here, and then click finish. And that's it. That's editing video clips to make a vlog.